Hi. So I am here today to do this video on hair horror slash testimonial, kind of, sort of. But I hope this video reaches anybody out there that's having the same issue that I had, and hopefully this is helpful. So my story, growing up, I got a relaxer at a very young age. If you don't know what that is, it's simply a chemical solution that African Americans put on their hair to make their hair straight. And growing up, my mom noticed that I had excessive dandruff. My dad had the same problem, so I thought it was genetic. I did accept that I just had a dandruff problem, didn't wear a lot of black, tried to wash my hair more often than other black women. However, it was still like an issue. I know growing up, my mom would talk to a cosmetologist and they'll say, oh, try this medicated shampoo and all this stuff, and nothing worked. So fast forward 2013, I decided to go natural. Went natural, and then I started noticing that the dandruff got worse. One, it didn't appear as dandruff. It appeared as oatmeal flakes. Like oatmeal flakes. Yes, I could literally take it. It looked like my scalp, and it would, like, I could pull it, like lift it from my scalp, pull it. And the reason I was saying oatmeal flakes because they look so big. I don't know if it was like a whole bunch of dandruff put together and they just clumped together. It was horrible. And the crazy thing was, I would only get it on the circumference of my head, which is the worst thing because people see your hairline, like the worst thing ever. So I was limited to hairstyles. I couldn't pull my hair back or anything like that, because after a while, I don't know if it was like because my hair was pulling or what, but you could start noticing it. I couldn't do braids, I couldn't do twists or anything like that for an extended period of time because my edges start to be affected. And at first it bothered me because I really didn't know what was going on. But my breaking point was when my boss, who is a guy, by the way, stopped me in the hall at the office and was like, let me get this oatmeal flake out your head. Hold on, stay still. Oh, got it. Y'all, that was so embarrassing. He didn't do it in front of like other people, but the fact that he did it was embarrassing because, you know, guys don't pay attention to things. So for him to actually notice I had stuff in my hair and then pull it out, I was embarrassed. That was my turning point. So I decided to go to the internet, of course, and Google if anybody else had this problem like most people. And I really couldn't find much. I went to YouTube and there was this lady who's a cosmetologist. I'm gonna try to put the link below. And she was recording one of her clients' hair. And she was like, this is not dandruff. And if you look at it, you might think that's like just a lot of dandruff or like a scalp in the head or something like that. But she's like, this is not dandruff, this is fungus. And you need an antiseptic to get rid of it. And I think she said like Dudley's and all that stuff. But when you Google like antiseptic shampoos, it's not like you have Dudley's, you have Motions, you have Suave. Like, it's not a popular product that is produced, put it that way. So Dudley shampoo was like almost $26, between $24 and $26. And for me, I was like, I'm gonna find out if I can find something that is less expensive, simply because I didn't want to spend the money on the shampoo, because, you know, after taxes and all that stuff, shipping is probably 30 bucks. And thinking to myself, I don't want to waste 30 bucks if it doesn't work for me. So if you Google anything about fungus in the hair, the answer is going to be tea tree oil. If you don't believe me, Google. And so I found this shampoo at my local like herb store, and it was a tea tree oil shampoo. At first I was like, oh, this is actually working. I was like, it's working pretty good. However, it wasn't attacking the condition like I wanted to. Like, it worked a little bit, but not great. So I did a little bit more research, and I actually ended up on a natural hair form. And I remember a lady saying that she had oatmeal flakes, which I thought was interesting because she used the word that I use to describe the stuff that was in my head. And she said she used monostat and it worked. So if you're not aware what monostat is an over-the-counter cream that is used for women to treat yeast infections in their vaginas. And so, of course, if it's the monostat that's treating it more than like it's yeast. Yeast is a fungus. So it's a fungus that's growing in my scalp. Now, my mind, if it's safe enough for the vagina, it's safe for anything on your body. It's safe for any part of your body. Okay, minus the obvious, like the eyes and stuff like that. But you know what I mean. So I took the and I got some monostat. I got the generic brand. So don't feel like you have to go and get actual monostat if you're going to try this. I mixed the monostat and oil together, put it in the applicator bottle. And at the time I had braids, and so I would just literally take the applicator bottle and just apply some in between my braids, around my edges, rub it in. Did it for 3 days straight. After that, I was good. I said, won't he do it? My condition was gone. I didn't have oatmeal flakes. I was like, this is what normal people live like, oh my gosh, for real. This is what normal people. So, I realized that monostat helped me with my condition. And I believe that because I was getting the chemical relaxers, it kind of minimized, I don't know if it's a chemical with the fungus something, it minimized the condition. But because I was natural and not putting a chemical on my scalp, the condition got worse. However, I put the monostat on there and it was gone. Now, if you do have this situation going on in your scalp, there's some things I want to discuss. One, monostat is not a permanent cure for this condition. Just like it's an over-the-counter type thing for a yeast infection in the vagina, it is like the same for your hair. It's a quick cure, but more than likely it's going to come back. So you're going to have to use it again. I would say probably I might have to do a treatment every 2 to 3 months or so. It just all depends. Two, you're going to learn there are certain products that trigger the yeast to make it react and multiply. I realized I one time got a grease that I was using back in the day. I had no problem with it, loved it, helped my hair grow. I put that on my head, can't do it. And it actually had like herbs in the actual grease. So you'll notice that certain products or certain things will trigger the yeast too. Three, I use this oil. It is African Pride Olive Miracle Anti-Breakage Maximum Strength Oil. This is the oil. You've probably seen it. You can buy it at Walmart, $3-4. But I actually got this oil because I was at my stepmom's house and I had my hair in a wig. And of course with the wig, you braid your circumference so you can sew it or pin it. But like I said before, when my hair is pulled back, the stuff will start to develop, or my hair looks really, really dry, like to the point where it started turning white. And so I took off the wig, and that's the oil she had. So I put it on my hair. And normally the oil soaks up in my hair. Like I'm talking, it's just like, I'm dry, I need some more. Like every day I'm applying oil. However, I put it on my hair one day and then I went to go take my wig off, and guess what? My hair was still moisturized. I didn't have the issue. So I have been actually putting this on my hair about every morning, around the edges though, every morning, every other morning, and I haven't had any issues. So with that being said, monostat got rid of my oatmeal flakes in my head. Like I said, I am not a licensed dermatologist, but what works, works. It is affordable, accessible, and guess what? You don't have to pay no $40 copay. But if you try this method and it does not work for you, please consult with a doctor, because you might have another type of condition where an antifungal cream may not work. If you have any questions, please leave them below. I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. You can follow my Instagram page. It is Anna Marie the Vlogger. Like and subscribe